Hello, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox Chair, on the panel is the one and only Bridgeman. And GFK, how we doing, gentlemen?
Alright, Oxshire, alright, Bridgeman, I'm doing fine, thanks. How are you?
Can I say a big good evening to you boys in the panel? Huge good evening to the guys in the lobby and to other Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
Well, what did we start with yesterday? We started brightly, moved the ball reasonably quick. After 20 minutes, I think it started to become like watching paint dry. 10, maybe 11 men behind the ball. And when I say behind the ball, I felt sometimes they were on their own 6-yard box, GFK.
It was, as I said yesterday, after the game when I come on, I mean, we performed to the best of our ability, but I mean, how can you play against a team that just doesn't want to play football? You know, all they just wanted to do is what they done to the Sheepshaggers the week before, is just hit them on the break, contain us, stop us attacking. You know, their manager says we couldn't manage to get up the park, right? No wonder, because we're all standing in the penalty box.
Standing behind the goalie.
Aye.
Primary school football, wasn't it?
I all run to the ball at the one time. It was poor to watch for them.
But the mistake we made in that game yesterday, and it was a chance, and I think he would take it 9 times or maybe 7, 8 times out of 10. Jermaine Defoe scores that goal in the second minute. I think the game changes and we win a lot easier.
I thought he might have taken it round the goalkeeper. Just that wee touch round him.
Ultimately, never hit the target, did he?
But that's in hindsight now when you see it again. No, maybe the goalie came rushing out the way he did. The goalie was on the ground before Jermaine Defoe actually hit it. So, that made a big difference. A big difference. We could have probably went on and scored 3 or 4. Terrible way to play football. The thing is that the Gers get slated for that under Walter Smith many years ago. So. And it's a horrible way to see a team playing.
Well, I mean, I get that. If they were playing, if they managed to get into Europe and they drew Wolverhampton Wanderers away from home, and that's the way they want to play, I understand it. You want to be cautious. You don't want to lose a goal. But Bridgeman, we're talking about teams in the same league.
Like it was a disgrace, and you know what bothers me about it all is that most of the clubs, if not all of the clubs, apart from ourselves and the whole of the press, not one person in the press or even the other clubs or the TVs, nothing. Nobody came out and said that was shite. Not one of them came out and said that was dreadful. No, instead of coming out and saying that was a dreadful game to watch, terrible. And St Mirren, you weren't shooting for putting something out in the park like that. Who wants a bit of constructive criticism about it, you know? No. What it's turned out to be is that Rangers were lucky to win. Mm-hmm. And if you looked at the player by player, I'll bet you anything you like, there's hardly a difference between them. Hardly a difference between any of the players. They've all got 8s and 9s or something stupid like that. It's just disgraceful. It's the worst display of football I've ever seen that any team has put out against us since we played Kilmarnock 2 weeks ago. Absolutely shocking.
I understand that if you think you're going to get a tanking, you'll but that was just I don't think I've ever seen somebody play so deep. JFK.
No, never. Especially at home. You know, you could have saw the point if it had been a European tie or something. Or, I know that's if you want to go out and do that, but I've never seen it. I mean, we were all sitting and watching it the same as you, but everybody to a man. We're all shaking our head looking at each other. I mean, this wasn't football. This was just containment. That's all they wanted to do. They just wanted to stop Rangers at the 18-yard box, and that was it. And no matter the cost. And the praise that they're getting, I couldn't, as Bridgeman said, I mean, again, I know you're going to say, Oxshire, why did we watch it? But I bet the Bridgeman watched it last night, the same as me, like sticking your finger in the electric socket. I've got to listen to what they've got to say. It's just me. And they were getting praise to, although they did say they thought Rangers deserved to win, but they thought that St Mirren contained Rangers very well, and they set out a good game plan.
Well, they did. If you take it in context, after about 20 minutes, the chances threw up pretty much. So we had a couple of shots for Ryan Jack, and we were running out of ideas. I think the problem, and I'll take this to Bridgman. The problem was that Jones needs grass in front of him, and we found that out yesterday. They kind of games he's going to struggle on. Maybe he just did it off day. I thought he was very poor yesterday. Glenn Kamara started all right, mate, and then slowed any attacks down that we had. I didn't think he did a great game. I thought they two just got above pass marks, with the rest were a wee bit better than that. Ryan Jack was it, and also we're a different team when Morelos is about, and I understand that the manager's left them for the big picture, if you like, Bridgman, but we're a different team when Morelos is playing. How do you take these 3 points? These 3 points, mate.
Yeah, most assuredly. Look, I'm like everybody else, and I'm sitting watching my team, and I'm seeing my team starting to play well. But when you're starting an attack, something like halfway inside the opposition, you're actually starting the attack. You've got the ball and you've brought it out for your defence, and you can't do nothing because they're all just dropped right back into virtually inside their own penalty area most of the time, or on the edge of the box. And but by the time you get a half decent ball down the wing, there's 2 men on the winger. You know what I mean? you push a ball through. There's 3 men on Defoe. Somebody else tries to get through. They're getting whacked. You know. Oh, that was going on. You're saying, what on earth is this? What are we watching here? If they're praising that manager for setting his team out to play like that, and then he could, I think I was watching it on the BBC.
Let's go to the points. I talked about Jones, I talked about Kamara, and I talked about Defoe and Arfield. Let's go away from them and talk about our players.
The rest of the players?
No, I talked about Jones.
Yes.
I talked about Kamara, and I talked about Defoe. Timon Kamara. Don't go back to what we've said about St Mirren. Let's talk about our players, yeah?
Yeah, of course. I agree with you with those ones that you've mentioned. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Every time they tried to get these guys into the game was closed down. They just there isn't very much you can do. When they did get past them, invariably there was a third man coming in. That's their tactic completely. They just ruined the game. I have to say that I've got no complaints about any of our players at all. None of them. I thought they did. You get frustrated and battering somebody when you're playing against somebody like that. And I take my hat off to our players. Basically the patience. They put up with a lot. And it's just so angering, you know. And by the way, that was a 1-0 going on 21-0. If Rangers had scored 11 or 12 goals, nobody would have said anything. They just wouldn't have said anything because that's how good St Mirren were. They were rubbish. Pure and utter rubbish. Sorry, guys, I'm getting angry.
JFK, I mentioned 3 players, and I'm going to throw a 4th in it for yesterday. The debate before the show, and maybe even Friday night, Scott Arfield, and I think the punters have been shown to be right. He looked leggy yesterday.
Yeah. He did look very.
There's 4 players yesterday.
He looked very, very leggy. You know, the first 20 minutes of the game, it was kind of coasting through it, and then he should have been taken off at half time. Owen Jones and Kamara, they weren't at the races half the time for me. I just felt Kamara wasn't as impotent as, I'm going to say that again, as he has been in previous games. I know the way that they played was containment, and that probably spoiled the way that Jones and Kamara wanted to play. But no, it was hard for them to break it down. Again, I was quite surprised by the substitution. I'd probably gave young Hasty a run out and taken at half time. I'd have taken Jones off and put young Hasty on to see what he could do. But Scott Arfield, we all said the other night there, Oxshire, I think he's running on fumes now, and it'll be interesting to see what happens come Thursday, because I
think he'll play the next 2 games.
Well, I do as well. But I think I use the phrase here. He's running in fumes for me, mate. He just looked, and no, just him. I mean, all the players were putting a good shift in. You know, trying to do what they trying to do to get a goal. But they did. The last 10 minutes, every one of them looked dead in their feet. But if we're looking for pass marks, for me, obviously my man of the match is between it. Obviously James Tavernier and Ryan Jack.
Oh, you got Ryan Kent in the brain, didn't you?
Somebody told me this is going to do.
I thought Tav started the game very well, but in the second half there was very little come down the sides. No. Anyway, just my view. But if people got a different view, what's the number, Bridge?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Or join us at Skype at rangersradio.online. We were brought in the call. What can they talk about, JFK?
Everything about the Rangers.
Oh, young Fox has just come in and joined us. Evening, young Fox. How are you?
Young Fox?
My mate, the Fox.
Hello there.
Hello.
How are we doing?
To make your Woodbine again?
No, not at all.
Just with the
accent.
I
think he's perked up with you calling him Young Fox. I think that's what it is.
How we doing, mate?
Not bad. How's yourself?
I know you've had time to reflect. Good 3 points, mate. Terrible performance by the opposition. We were okay in ages, but we can be better.
I thought that was quite a professional display by us.
Good choice of words. We
were patient, mate. We knew there was no room to go and charge on in there, was there? So we played the ball about patiently and eventually got a break, which was a free kick and scored a goal. I'll take the results for half of all these wee teams anytime, mate. You don't expect them to come out with all guns blazing and just take a doing half of us just for the sake of it, mate.
Oh.
We need to get used to this in Scottish football, and that's the way the top clubs will play, never mind the lower clubs.
All right. And who shone for you yesterday?
Ryan Jack was again very good for me. I
agree. I thought it was the pick of the midfield, mate.
Indeed he was.
He's just not get that. Just at the moment, he's not get that shooting boots on.
He can't shoot like Albers, can he?
No, he cannot. But he got himself in some good positions to shoot, and he fired a couple in and goal, which went close. But his all-round display of controlling the ball and starting every move for us yesterday was great. I thought he's the most improved player at Ibrox.
I would struggle to disagree with that, young Fox. But we've been joined by a caller who knows all about shooting. It's Smurf, even the Smurf.
Knows all about shooting.
Hello.
How are we doing, mate?
Aye, not bad. Yourselves?
Aye, all right, mate. All right. Give your thoughts on yesterday, mate.
It's, I think it could only be described as a 1-0 mollication.
Oh, where did you get that word for mollication? I've never heard that before.
But no, it was total control of the game, wasn't it? And then, dangerous games, though, they spin break away and get one chance and take it.
And they did, mate, and right to the death, didn't they?
Aye, it's you're sitting there scratching your head, so it's no, I think you've got to be vigilant in the kind of games and concentration, for 90 minutes, 96 minutes in that case, or whatever it was, and that's why you need to, your senior players to be kept fresh, really, like Arfield on fumes, lapse of concentration, you threw everything away after all that effort, so I'm not blaming Arfield, but I'm just saying hypothetically, these are
you agreeing that he's running on fumes, mate?
Oh, I mentioned that to you the other night. I think Luke Jaded in the European tie, I thought he looked knackered, and but I can see where the gaffer's looking at this block of games. I think I said it before that I think it'll set us up, set the tone for the season. If we get through these with positive results, maybe he'll elect to rest them, but I'm not so sure that he can afford to before then. But then if he's not 100%, maybe he shouldn't be playing. So I don't know. It's a difficult one. I'd like to see. Like say, I think somebody said earlier, young Hasty, that getting a run out, but it's hard. It's hard when there's so much, that there's, you've achieved nothing. At 1-0, you're still, you're still a threat there, So it's hard to introduce these guys, I don't know. It's difficult, but that's going to be for now at the end of the season. We're going to face that.
But Smurf, their manager has come out and said he was disappointed.
I know.
I'm sorry, I just don't see it. I've got different eyes. I just don't see it. Sorry.
Because I think probably the guy's not going to come out. I suppose what you're alluding to is that they've not come out and tried to play attacking, free-flowing football that the home team would be expected to. They know they're up against it from the beginning. They probably play and set out, they reflect their manager's character. He was a clogger, wasn't he? And that's defensively minded, and that's what they've set their stall out and hope to get something on the break. And you can't blame them. They've had success with it against Aberdeen. They beat them. So I don't see that there's a lot in between the other teams. Was it 0-0 between Sheepshaggers and Kelly the other day and things like that? So they'll all fall by the wayside. I don't think there'll be too much a threat to him.
Who's Sean for you yesterday, Smurf?
Jack, man in match.
Jack, I agree with that. I thought he was my best player. One of the things that became apparent for me is that we need Morelos on the park as often as possible. I mean, I'm not having a go at Defoe. I think Defoe is a good player and great foil for us, great backup. But Morelos has to play. I think he brings so much to us.
Yeah, it's especially in that type of game where Defoe's a poacher and there's no room. You've just got banks of players just parked in the bus. There's no room for movement, and they're very physical. You're going to need somebody who's maybe going to sort of stand up to that physicality and it's going to create space. It's going to create opportunity. And Defoe's maybe know that kind of guy, So horses for coals, but then he's going to want to keep him fit for the European.
JFK, is there an argument that sometimes we should be trying to play the two of them?
Oh, that's like we've asked this question before. How much would it change the team? Would you play him in that? Would you play maybe with Fred in that role that you say that you like to see Arfield play alongside Defoe? The last 7 games of the season. I agree with what you're saying. I think that I don't want to think we Defoe. I'm not saying we look a better team. I think we have a more attacking threat. I think what Fred does is he can take 2 or 3 other players out of the game, and he's no frightened to put himself about. Whereas Defoe's very a player who'll wait for the ball to come to him to create that chance. So I would say all in all, I would agree with that. We look a better proposition up front with Fred in the team. So maybe he'd go the wrong way around yesterday. Maybe, as I thought, he would have played Fred yesterday and probably maybe brought Defoe in second half, but he went other way. So I agree with you in that. I think we look a better attacking team.
Can I just say, Jimmy, that what I noticed about attacking yesterday, our midfield are normally very good. They can do the 1-2s with Defoe, no problem. A wee hit and run, But there's so many players in the box when they were playing, virtually right up to their 6-yard line. And anybody at midfield trying to get beyond the striker doing a wee sort of hit and run, it's not going to get there. It's going to be blocked every single time. They're just going to run them right out of space. And the chances of the ball getting through as well was pretty low. I think if you had, for instance, it's not a bad idea actually, if you had both Defoe and Morelos on the pitch, you push the ball to them, they're skillful enough between them, to worm their way through or maybe push the ball back, heel the ball, dummy the ball, these kind of things, That could have happened. I'm not saying it would have, of course, but it could have happened. Our midfield have got to be like the old inside rights, inside lefts, they've got to be run 1-2 wall pass or whatever you want to call it and get it back. And by the time it got there, there's three or four opposition players on it with that type of game yesterday. And maybe the two centre forwards might have been the answer to it. Anything better would have been an answer to it, truth be told. I'm just so pleased to come away there with a victory. I'm not being funny. I'm just so pleased.
But I've come out with some negatives, and I'm only giving you an honest view, Smith, of how I thought people played yesterday. But the big positive is we'll get 9 points out of 9. This time last year, it took us to the sixth game before we got more than 9 points. So we're ahead of the curve, if you like. So that's a big positive.
Absolutely. We've certainly improved the squad. It's made a difference. Another pre-season. Gerrard's more comfortable in his own skin as Rangers manager. He's probably learned from last year. Teams aren't going to have a go as though, it's you're sitting there now, you're looking at 36, going on 37-year-old Defoe, and you've got Morelos, and we don't really have any cover. And that, I think that's worrying. But ultimately, it's full marks so far, and if we proceed in Europe, which I'm pretty sure we will do, although I think it'll be tight, on Thursday, and then Mollocate, the man came up. Sorry, apologise.
Red card.
Yellow.
Yes, a yellow card, aye.
Yeah, Bridges already been given.
I got a yellow card. Now
I know. But I'm sorry, in my defence, I was talking about the man came up.
The blood up, mate.
I know it's a man came up and on it, but if we do them on Sunday as well, I think that really sets a tone for the rest of the season. Getting into the group stages of Europe's important, because maybe that's what we're waiting to see, whether we can. Maybe it's dependent on that, whether we can do a deal to bring other players in.
Potentially. So anyway, if people want to join us, Bridge, what's the number?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Where else can you join us, JFK?
You can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online, and Fox and his voluptuous assistant will bring you in.
Oh, wow. That's the first time I've heard old school blue called that. Oh, dear.
He paid me to say that.
Old school or Fox?
Fox.
Old school's going to get a bit of a bad name in here, isn't it? Voluptuous. Shocking.
So, what about obviously a lot of talk about Helander yesterday. Steady enough game. Looks as if he's got some attributes, but still too early to judge. Bridgeman and then Smurf.
Oh, I would say I had quite a good game. But what we're expecting from our centre halves is to win the ball as clean as possible, sort of marshal the defence whenever, clear the ball when it's necessary, and so on and so forth. And they did all of that. There was only one time he actually got a click on the foot, I think it was, from their centre forward, and that I'm afraid that got everybody excited who are anti-Rangers, of course. And that should have been, I think that's now classified as the penalty that St Mirren didn't get. Well, a lot of rubbish, But other than that, I think I was very happy with him. No problem at all. By the way, you can't gauge a centre half in any position basically in the park against how we played yesterday. It's just not going to happen. You can't give any too much credit, and you can't take too much away from them,
Mm-hmm. Just to know that old school blue is welcome, because Rangers Radio, like the club, is open to everyone and anyone, Bridge.
Open?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, old school.
Smurf, in you come.
Yes, like Bridgeman said, there's, it's not until you play, a team that's going to going to want to come and take something for a game and open up and attack us. That's when your centre defence and central defence and the partnership therein is going to be sort of tested. No, he sort of strolled through the game. Really, I think there was too much to talk about, and I don't think we've seen enough for him to have dislodged Katic. You know, I don't. It's just he's going to need to wait for an opportunity. It's going to be a loss of form or an injury or a suspension or something to be really granted an opportunity that he's got to grasp with both hands. I think Katic has made that shirt his own so far. You know.
Fox and then JFK. And you come, Fox, on Helander.
He started off quite well, won his first couple of headers straight away in the game. And he settled in after that. Ox. He had one dodgy moment when he got entangled with their striker and they both went down in the box. I don't know if we'd have been shouting for a penalty if it was the other way round, but it was touch and go, that one. He allowed the attacker to get in front of him and he struggled to hold him off. So maybe when he gets a bit more fitness into him, he'll not allow that to happen just as easy as that. But apart from that, I mean, Goldson had a comfortable afternoon.
JFK, and then we've been joined by Albert.
I would rather have saw Helander teamed up with Katic, as I said the other night there. Helander never done anything wrong, you know, he had a steady game. For me, I'd have liked to have seen him. I know Goldson's a more experienced centre half between the two of them, but I'd like to have seen Katic and Helander together, and I think that might come to fruition in the next game or so, because Goldson for me wasn't in the running a lot of the time, you know. So
I don't think we should stick Helander straight into an old fun, man.
I'm going to take a new caller, JFK.
On you go.
Evening, caller. Oh.
All right.
How we doing, mate? What's your name?
Derek.
Derek Johnston, Parr Lane.
Oh, aye, good.
Oh, he's gone. All right. Okay, we've been joined by Albert.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Well, Albert.
What you didn't bump you off, Albert? He might bump you off as well.
If I had the power to bump anybody off, you'd have been gone ages ago, Brett. How we doing, Albert?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. How are you?
All right, mate. All right. Pleased with the result yesterday. There was a couple of things in the performance that disappointed me, but these are the games it's all about winning, as you've rightly said in the past, mate.
Oh, lapped it up yesterday. Lapped it up. 3 points, bang, in the bag. That's me. I'm sorted. I'm ready for next Thursday now. The game, I mean, it's Scottish football, isn't it? I mean, we try to analyse it. We try to make no excuses, but to see the good and the bad. I told you before. See that football St Mirren play? Shaved Apes can play that. It's just no football. We done it going to the Europa Cup final, and we get called negative football. They do it and are called organised and fantastic and get applauded. It's nonsense. Big Bridge is right. It's just no football. But from our point of view, I thought the boys done well. They done well and handled it. Fox said it. It's a professional job. Went in there, done a professional job, walked away. Helander or Highlander is not going to take Katic's position. I'm telling you that right now. Katic is a better centre half by a country mile. And Jack had a good game. Because it was walking pace. I thought they were going to send a sleeping bag going for Kamara at one point. I'm saying that boy's so laid back. You're saying, come on, boys, speed up a bit. You know what I mean? But it's one of the games. Jones and they need to learn how to break the lines in games like that, because that's what was required. Arfield usually does it. Break the line. The ball to Defoe. He gets by Defoe and he flicks the ball around the corner to him. Jones needs to learn. Take the full back out wide, then pull in, and then break the line, and he'll get in and he'll score goals. But he's not learnt that yet. You can see that he's not learnt that yet. But apart from that, I thought we did. And I was pleased for Barisic. I mean, you know me, I slag Barisic all the time. I was pleased for the boy. And I hope the boy just shoves my words down my big mouth, man, and proves me wrong and becomes a brilliant Rangers player. Because that was some goal. That was a great goal.
Aye, well, nobody's mentioned Barisic yet. I thought he had a steady game, but his free kick with everybody was talking about, and it was a tremendous free kick, Smurf.
Aye, it was top class. No, it was a steady enough game, but I mean, what a goal! Unbelievable. And you know, you've got that threat for, you know, if he hits some form and he's, you know, playing consistently and gains a bit of confidence, and you know, you've got that threat for him, and then you've got on the other side, you've got the same kind of threat for Tavernier, you know, and in tight games like that, it's maybe going to be that type of goal that's going to get you through them, because it's hard. It's hard to break the lines. It's hard to, you know, pacey wingers as well, sort of try to get back. There's no pitch to run into. It's difficult, and so sometimes it's corner kicks, free kicks, or set pieces that are going to win you the game, and being good at them. And he's you know, he proved that yesterday. You know, some left pegging him. You know.
No, it was a cracking free kick, JFK. I just began to think, I don't know what you were thinking at the time, we were just starting to run out of ideas, and then that went in the net, and it sort of lightened the mood.
Mm-hmm. It did. I mean, we were all shouting at the TV, let Barisic take it, because it was just like the one that he scored that was actually stolen off him for Goldson. It was the same area. You know, it was playing reasonably well. But we were all saying yesterday, you know, later on, you know, even during the game, remember Sasa Papic, right? I mean, he came in. A lot of people were thinking at the time he wasn't worth much, but he had a season, and then he came good. So let's see if Barisic does make a lot of his equal words. I'm the same as Olver. I mean, I've been saying I'm no keen on him, but if he comes back and makes me eat my words out of my big booth, I know I'll be quite happy to admit I was wrong. But as I said before, he's got to show consistency. Not just one game, score a fantastic world-class goal, and then fall way back into the shadows again. So he's got to compete every week for us, and you're wondering if the gaffer will trust him for the next 2 games coming up. So, but only time will tell. But that Oxford,
I think his confidence will be sky high after his performance. It wasn't bad. He was as good as anybody else on the pitch to a certain extent, you know. No mistakes that I saw, and but look, he's not up against a lot, and they never did that much attacking. So he didn't have a great deal of defending to do. What he had to do, I thought he coped very well. Put the ball at the park, put it back to the keeper. All these things. When he got the ball inside their half, he did what he normally does. He puts it back or across. You know, he wasn't going to take any chances. He got a couple of crosses in, but my goodness, that free kick was just wonderful. I mean, you know, these goals of the season type thing. You know, they're fabulous. You don't see that very often. He got the ball up in the air, and it looks like now we know, and after we saw it, that's probably been the way we should have been looking to get the balls into the goal, instead of having the shots that are, you know, maybe just a foot or two up and, you know, off the deck, maybe a wee chip here and there, you know, just to get it in, just to tease the goalkeeper, because that was fabulous. That was just wonderful to see. What was it, about 20 yards or something?
Yeah. Oh, more than that, mate. At least 25.
You think it was more?
Aye, 25.
25. Well, there you go. Fabulous. Mm-hmm. You know, and I would, based on the configuration of their defence, let's put it that way, I think we chips towards, you know, let's hit the bar for here, you know, that kind of thing. Because they did they had a lovely cross in, and it actually grazed the post, didn't it?
Aye, McGregor was beat. Trapped in it.
Aye,
the post. Aye, so what was that? Barisic, Smurf, and then Fox.
I don't know if it's any sort of forward momentum he's made, you know, confidence of that he's taken for this game. You know, I think the Gaffers get a real decision, a real dichotomy. We've got to go for it at Ibrox. he obviously has a goal threat that Flanagan doesn't possess. So do you go for the defensively minded guy, or do you try and build on this and get a bit more out of
Great
Barisic?
points, Muff. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll hear for you. You carry on, make your point. We'll hear for Fox. We're going to hear for Borna Barisic, but at the same time, we'll have a poll. Yes or no, would you start him on Thursday? Yes or no, would you start Borna on Thursday against Legia? Carry on, Smurf.
Yes.
Carry on with your point, but
I'll carry on my point. I think we're at home. We've got to go for it. You can't sit here and slag off St Mirren and then be all defensively minded. You can't be gun ho either. But we're Rangers. We're playing at home. We've got to go and win the game. And I think he'll give us more going forward. And we can build on his, hopefully he can build on his confidence and things like that. Because if there's definitely a player in there, it's just teasing it out, innit? And maybe the shirt's too heavy for him. But unless you play him, we'll never find out, So I'm a yes.
You're a yes. Look in the lobby. Mr. Fox, my mate, young Fox.
I thought he had a reasonable game without being outstanding. His goal was outstanding, but his all-round play was just average, mate. I think at left back it's going to be horses for courses all season unless we get a truly good left back in. I think Flanagan will play on Thursday. Try and shut the door at the back. Good luck to Borna. I hope this is the start of something good for him.
All right, gentlemen, get yourself a mute and we'll hear for the goal hero for yesterday, Borna Barisic.
Borna, how special a moment was that for you to grab the winning goal today?
Very special moment for me. Very happy because I scored a goal, but more happy because we win, take 3 points in very tough place, and that's it.
How difficult a game was it for all the boys today?
Difficult, it's very difficult, especially because of weather. Wherever we come, everyone play 100%, so it's never easy. But as I said, the most important thing is 3 points and we can play.
It's been a hard couple of weeks for you. You've maybe not played just as much as you would have liked, but getting the opportunity today and scoring that goal must make it all the more special today.
Yes, but I'm a professional player, so of course that you are not happy when you don't play. But I'm always ready. When boss said that I play, I'm ready, and that's it.
You were of course named in the Croatia squad for the upcoming games. How much did that mean to you? How much of a boost was that for you?
Yes, that means very much to me to play for my country. We have tough games in Slovakia and Azerbaijan away. So, yes, big. First this week will be big for Rangers and for me, and then for national team.
Yeah, 2 enormous games for the club this week against Legia and Celtic. You'll be hoping to be a part of them. How much are you looking forward to them?
Yeah, I'm very happy because we play with a team like Legia, like Celtic. That's the biggest game. And I think that in Rangers, every game is a big game. You always go to win. That's the mentality that we have. And I think this week will be very good for us.
Oh, Paul Borna's right. JFK.
No, horses for courses for me. I would stick with Flanagan. One good game, reasonable game against a team like St Mirren is going to. I'll need more convincing in that, So the next 2 games were biggest games for a long, long time. So
why you say that one swallow doesn't make a honeymoon?
Yeah, well that's true. That's the phrase you want to use, mate. Yep. No, for me, I mean, I hope he does come good, obviously, but I just don't think going in what we saw there, we can't say that he's ready to. It's a really hard game, I think, for us Ibrox on Thursday. So, and obviously the Puddle drinkers are visiting us on Sunday. So, no, for me, I would stick with horses for courses, as the saying goes. So yeah, for me, it's a no. Stick with Flanagan.
Can I come in, Ox, there?
On you go, mate. On you go.
I was going to say that I'm a fan of Barisic, so I make no bones about that. I wouldn't have any problem playing him, but at the same time, I wouldn't have any problem playing John Flanagan. And Flanagan, most assuredly, has been far better, shall we say. We get far more out of Flanagan over the last 4 or 5 games there than we have out of Borna. So I think Borna's got a wee bit to do yet. The manager will make his decision, and he may think that Borna's doing okay and he's done enough to warrant a game for Thursday. I don't know. We won't know until the manager picks the teams. But nothing would surprise me. But I wish the guy luck. And if he gets a game, he has to, just like I said the other day there, if he gets his chance, he's got to take it. If he doesn't take it, then bye-bye. Sooner or later, it's going to be bye-bye. That was a fabulous goal for last night. Fabulous goal.
Albert, can you come, mate?
No for me, no for Thursday, no. He's good game on Sunday, but good goal, but he's not done enough yet. I'm not saying he'll not do enough, but no yet. No. See if you could actually mix the 3 of them up, Flanagan, Halliday and Barisic. You had some left back if you could mix them. Halliday's heart, you've got Barisic's left foot, and you've got Flanagan's tackling. You could put the 3 of them together, you would some excellent left back, you really would. But unfortunately, Flanagan for me on Thursday.
Aye, good point. Mix and match. Aye, it'll be interesting to see how it pans out. Probably one we'll be looking for. But just getting back to yesterday, I heard the aftermatch show just briefly this morning, and I couldn't work out Fox where King was playing when he came on the pitch.
No, near could I thought it was a strange substitution when we had so many midfielders on the park, but probably again just try to get some game time in his legs, mate. I think he'll be a useful addition as the season rolls on, and he'll play his part in what the squad got up to.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I thought he was playing out on the left, to be honest.
I couldn't see that bridge. I don't know where he was playing. It was too far away from Borna to be playing on the left. And it was, for me, in the last 10 minutes.
True. It was crazy right enough, wasn't it?
I couldn't understand what we were trying to do there. But anyway, that's just me, Smurf.
Hello. Yeah, sorry. What was that again? I missed that.
It was about Einstein's theory of relativity. Could you explain it to the audience?
I don't think we've got the audience. I don't think we've got the audience for it.
It was about King when he came on yesterday. I couldn't work out where he was playing.
No, I couldn't either, to be honest. But I just think, the 3 of them, sort of King coming on, you've got Barisic and Helander, they're all left-footed. You sort of think he's just trying to sort that side of the pitch out, really, with left-footed players. But he never really had much of an impact in the game, I don't think, you know what I mean? He was just...
No, I think he touched the ball about twice.
Aye, so it's kind of irrelevant, really, But, nah, I've got nothing really to say on it.
All right, Jones went off, Defoe went off, and obviously, who else went off? Defoe from King. Who else went off? They used for 3 subs. Who else went off? Defoe.
Arfield,
aye. Do we all agree, Fox? I know you're stuck up for him. Did you agree yesterday? He had the poor boys.
Who, Arfield?
Aye.
Nah, I don't go with that theory at all. I don't think he looks knackered at all.
After 20 minutes, he'd have been as well sitting in the stand, mate.
He's squeezed for room, mate, but I mean, I don't think he looks tired whatsoever.
I
don't know why people get that.
I think it looks drained. I mean, 60 game season last year. When you count in all the internationals and all the rest of it, and then you've got, they break up at the end of the season, and then he's away joining Canada, playing however many games for them, comes back, catches the tail end of pre-season. The guys are about 2 weeks off. So I certainly think it looks jaded.
Quickly, Albert, then JFK, then we'll have a caller coming in.
Well, I think that energy equals mass times the speed of light squared. I think that's what that is.
You listening to that? Are you listening to that stuff?
Google it.
All bears there.
Would you get if it's cubed?
Oh, well, you get it's cubed.
A lot of speed.
No, what you get, if it's cubed, what you get is a Tim. But anyway.
I think
Arfield's first touch was dreadful yesterday, absolutely dreadful. And I agree with Smurf. I think he looks a bit jaded. He does. There's no getting away from it. He's not the same player that finished last season, put it that way. Maybe it's a rest, maybe it's no rest. I don't know what's wrong with the boy, but he doesn't look right. There's something no right about the boy. And I think King came on to try and fill his position, but he didn't, put it that way. I don't know. In fact, I don't actually know where that boy King actually plays. I don't know who he played with Leicester. What is his position?
Left of midfield, mate.
Is that where he plays?
Sometimes central as well. JFK, then I think it's James from Tennessee, I think it is, but we've got a caller on the line. On you go, JFK, then we'll take the call.
I'm in the same camp as the boys now. I think he looks jaded to me. I think it was no bad the first 20 minutes. It was but after that I did think he was tired and leggy. And I would rest him if we could. But obviously, look, if he goes to the manager and says to the manager, I've not got an injury and I'm fit, what can we do? But when the King substitution again, I'm the same as all you guys. Watching it, I don't know where he was playing. I don't know if he just decided to throw him on to put a Jeff zone. I don't know what the heck that was. I just couldn't see the sense in it. On the Scott Arfield thing, I think he's due a rest. Maybe he's hoping that he keeps, performing to the best of his ability into the international break. But he plays 4 days after the international break, so that's not going to help him, I don't think.
All right, we've been joined by James, our Tennessee caller. How are we doing, James? Good afternoon to your good self. Good evening here.
Yeah, good afternoon, guys. Just a quick point I just want to make. Arfield, I think, is a smart player. He probably needs a rest, but he's the kind of player we need in a kind of game, a European game. He's a very smart player. I just want to make a point about Helander. I've always got time for all players. Like, we need to give players a good chance, but he looked at me as if he's not a great running gait. It doesn't look as if he's very fast. He looks awkward running to me, actually, I noticed. But we'll see how he gets on. But that's what I noticed right away. I noticed that in the warm-up before, but we'll see how the guy does. But I just wanted to make that point. A couple other points if you've got the time.
You carry on, James.
Right. I still think, we're playing teams that are defensive. Why do we not have shooting practice? I've said that before. For the first 20 minutes, instead of trying to ping a ball through 10 players, get them in the middle of the goals and let everybody have a shot, and one will fire off somebody and go to someone. I don't know why we don't do it. It'd be great. There's only Jack that was shooting. Why do we not do that? Because it was 0-0 at half time and we're trying to pass the ball through so many lines. It's difficult. The other thing, the commandant player, Taylor, I was thinking 3 million are talking about how they can actually, I'm not criticising the guy, he's a professional footballer, but he's worth no more than a couple of 100,000. There's 100 fullbacks or thousands of fullbacks are much better than him all over the world. Just wanted to say, St Mirren, teams always get a chance, and that guy at the end, the centre forward that came on later, he's a chance to maybe make it one each. So we've got to really watch ourselves there. And the final point, Legia Warsaw, like the thing about Scottish teams than English teams. English teams would always get a goal if the other team scored. We've got to play like Cluj. We've got to make sure they score. We've got to score and score another one. We've got to make sure we win that game. And Barisic, he's handy to have. I know he's not great defensively, but he's better than Tavernier. He's had a few good shots, and I saw him with Croatia, and he went up for a corner and he rifled the ball and scored the goal for Croatia. He's got a very quick foot, and I'm just saying that, but it's up to the manager.
All right.
I remember the night and the Tennessee Waltz. That's for you, James.
sorry, James. I can only apologise.
That's all right. I like that song. But there's a few points I've made.
Aye, mate. Good points well made. So, on the shooting plan, I'll take you. We're shooting expert again, Smurf.
Hello.
Are you there?
Hello.
Aye, sorry, I missed that there.
See when the atoms split, Oxshare.
Aye, carry on.
Well done.
We've got a wee bit more highbrow this week, Smurfy. You all right, mate?
Smurf's way back again, where he was.
I've been caught in a vacuum there. What are you saying?
James from Tennessee came in and basically said we should be shooting more. I said you were a shooting expert.
Right, okay. Very droll. Aye, absolutely. You don't shoot, you don't score, do you?
Exactly, mate, exactly.
Yeah. Don't need to be Einstein to work that one out.
Oh, I like it, mate.
It's brilliant tonight, isn't it?
Who's doing the noise in the background? I don't know where it's coming from. It might be.
It's the boys doing their scientific
experiments.
Oxshare, that's something that we're always screaming at the matches, whether we're watching it in the telly or we're at the game, and I totally agree with James is saying. No, we tend not to do that. No, we tend not to have as many shots as you see other teams going. Especially in that crowded box. If you have a couple of digs, you never know where the ball might end. Okay, if it ricochets off of one of them for an OG, so be it. But you've got a chance it's going to 41 of your players. So I'm the same. I just wish that we would start having a dig outside the area. At least you can say we had a dig.
I've got to Fox. We don't have any great strikers in the ball apart from maybe our two fullbacks.
Aye, I agree with that. I was saying that in the pre-match show yesterday. I think it's James that might be coming for.
James, can you go and mute with your phone, mate? We're getting a lot of interference for you, mate.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Cheers, mate. On you go, Fox.
I was saying in the aftermatch show yesterday that we should be working people into the position to strike the ball for the outside the box. And that should be the target, the final pass, and maybe no trying to go through between the lines, as James was saying, that we just pass it across the back till we can line up somebody for a strike for outside the box. It's a thing you would think that the manager and the assistant manager would know plenty about, both great strikers of the ball, but maybe it's not a thing that can be taught and you've got to be born with it, Ox.
Shooting. I think that's something you can improve in your game, mate. Bridgeman. Through practice. Bridgeman.
Yeah, as I said earlier, in my opinion, we should be getting it anywhere within 20. We've not got a big German boy to smash the ball in as we used to do with Big Alberts. We've got guys that are good enough. Sort of get that wee chip over the top of the defence and get it bending into the net. I love watching the English Premiership. You see a lot of guys trying them from running about the 20 to 25 yards out. Just have a dig, put a bit of bend on it. You never know, you might catch a keeper out. But if we hit the ball and it's 2 feet up, you're really open just to home for a cannon. But if there's 10 people inside that 6-yard line, chances are it ain't going to cannon anywhere. It's going to stick on one of them. So I think I just want people to shoot and have a really good shot at it,
Don't mention cannons. It takes Albert back to his military service. Albert, you come in on the shoot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I see the shooting carry on, by the way. None of our midfield can actually shoot. The boy King, I believe, can shoot for outside the box, but apart from him, there's none of them can shoot. Absolutely none of them. And I don't understand that. I don't understand why a professional football player can't practice shooting. I mean, good grief. I mean, they've got all the time in the week to sit there and go set up drills and shooting drills. And I mean, Jack shoots, but it's like scuffs, and Kamara scuffs the ball, and Doherty scuffs. In fact, see the boy Doherty, when he was playing with Hamilton, I remember that boy being able to hit a ball, but with Rangers he didn't seem to be able to hit a ball. I don't know what happened to him, but none of the midfield seem to be able to shoot, and it's strange. I don't understand why.
James, you want to come back in before we go to the tune, mate?
Yeah, I think they need to do. I think that should come from the management. And Steven Gerrard should say, I'm talking about the first 20 minutes of the game. I don't know why. That's the most important part of the game. 20 minutes, practice on them. Practice on St Mirren. Practice on someone else. Let's see it. Instead of, let's practice, because try pass the ball sometimes through the two banks of four is difficult. So why do they not do that? That would be a good... The manager should do that for 20 minutes, and then the rest of the game they can pass through if they want to. But let's have a go. That's what you do. You practice on them, and then you say in the next game your shit was diabolical. You need to work on that. You know what I mean?
Being a coach, James, you'll understand. If you do the same thing all the time, it's easy to defend against. Like we done, we try and pass through all the time. But if you've got that variation where you shoot and you pass through, defenders don't know where to come out, which leaves space for you to pass it and not always shoot. So your point's very valid.
Yeah. Because I do coaching over here with Mount Juliet Soccer Club. I've got a new soccer show that's coming out every week on Facebook, and I'm going to do a YouTube video, so you're welcome. The first part's on Rangers a little bit, and then other teams. Just... like the English Championship, so I'll let you know more about it as I go on. But yeah, shooting is important. I just don't know why we don't do it. It's like Arsenal; they used to try and pass the ball all the time and never got anywhere. Where you see some fantastic goals when they hit the ball. But yeah, I think it's up to the coach to do that and say for 20 minutes, let target practice a team and give them a special deal. Whoever scores a goal will win something. I don't know.
I mean, McAllister could strike a ball, so I'm sure they could pass on that technique. Anyway, gentlemen, we'll reach that time of the evening. Get yourself in mute, and Young Fox will give us a tune.
Saturday, my half day up, and it's up to the match I go. Happily we wander down the Copeland Road, me and my wee pal Joe. Oh, we love to see the lassies with the blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys all roar. But I don't have to tell you the best of all. We love to see the Rangers score. Whoa, me, oh, me, oh, me, oh, my. Oh, how we love to hear the cry. We love to see the lassies with the blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys all roar. But I don't have to tell you the best of all. We love to see the Rangers score. Oh, we won the Scottish League about 1,000 times. The League Cup is simple too. We gave some exhibitions in the Scottish Cup. We gave a Wembley Wizard too. And when the Glasgow Rangers won the European Cup, like the one they had before, well, Riley, Ryan and Ibrox, 100,000 strong. We'll give the boys an Ibrox roar. Whoa, me, oh, me, oh, me, oh, my. Oh, how we love to hear the cry. We love to see the lassies with the blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys roar. But I don't have to tell you the best of all. We love to see the Rangers score. Oh, how we love to hear the cry. We love to see the lassies with the blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys roar. But I don't have to tell you the best of all. We love to see the Rangers score. Oh, me, oh, me, oh, me, oh, my. Oh, how I love to hear the cry. We love to see the lassies with the blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys roar. But I don't have to tell you the best of all. We love to see the Rangers score.
Go on, Bridgeman.
Me, oh, me, oh, me, oh, my. Oh, how we love to see the laddies with the blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys all roar. Can you keep it up? Love it, love it, love it.
What about that Al Mac in the lobby? You having a word with him?
What's he saying, doing? Yeah, dancing too much.
The flare, mate. Hoggy the flare.
Oh, well. You know what happened to him in out of Barrowland? Perfect borough holiday in leathered. They would have been. They were bad people who went to the Partick Borough Hall. That's JFK.
Take your word for it.
Person. No, he was a bad person, JFK. You bet your boots on it.
In the Borough Hall,
He said very quiet, JFK.
Mate. Very quiet, Peter. You know me.
I do know you. Anyway, so 3 points in the bag, and all bear. Somebody predicted a 1-0 win, so that's him get his first result right in a while.
80 years.
Aye, 3-1, nothing's your wanting. 3-1's the first one for you anyway.
Aye, I think,
absolutely.
On Twitter, that somebody said that 1 out of 3. Go on, keep it going, Bridget.
Hey, by the way, I'm with you. I mean, 3-1 nothing victories. We've got 1-2 to go. Do me. I'm quite happy with that. It doesn't bother me. I don't want pretty football. I want winning football. I keep telling you this, but that's the start. We've got a good. It's the first 2 games of the 4-game programme of a draw, a win. Now we get hold of that also at Ibrox on Thursday, and no 7 colours out of them. And then it's the great unwashed, the undesirables on Sunday. But aye, 3-1 nothing's would have done me. I want to scud these teams obviously, but win. I don't care, just win.
James, what's your overall assessment? Have we improved for last year, in your opinion?
Yeah, there's a definite improvement in the team because we've got better players. I think it's a winning attitude, and I also think it's aggression. If you're playing teams like St Mirren and all these teams, they're all kind of good kickers, and we've got to match them. Last year we were powder puff. I think now we've got players that will stand up to them. And if you close them down, hunting packs against them, close people down, don't give them a chance, I think that's the difference. We've got to a good start. I think we've just got to keep it up. But I think the physical aspects, it's a desire to win. Like teams before, like Rangers teams before a couple of years ago, I always remember the game with Rangers versus Hibernian in the cup final. And you used to look at Anthony Stokes, how he ran from the halfway line on the left-hand side without anyone making a challenge. It was a ridiculous piece of play. Nobody challenged. The keeper was bad as well.
Kieran the first couple of minutes as well. Scored a goal.
Yeah. No, I mean you don't do that. Any football team, will challenge you as soon as they challenge us as soon as these St Mirren teams in Livingston, they challenge us. They're good tacklers. They're not the greatest players, but they'll put in a tackle. And that's the thing, that's the difference. We've got tougher players, and that's what we need to stand up to teams like the other team from across the city who used to put the boot in, and they're all good at that. And they know they're good at that, and they'll get decisions all the time, and they'll get decisions round the box. That's why Barisic is handy. We get fouls round the box, let him take it. He'll score for us. He can hit the ball. That was an excellent kick, but we're more physical because we've got more desire now to win the game.
All right, Fox, again, it's not been mentioned at all positively or negatively yesterday. Was Aribo quiet, but maybe he's waking up to the rigours of Scottish football?
Another one that had nowhere to go at times yesterday, mate. As soon as he got control of the ball and moved forward, he just had a wall of players in front of him. And very hard to show his slinky skills yesterday. I thought he opened up well in the first 20 minutes. He was good and at it. A couple of strikes away at goal, I think, if I remember right. And but it was a quiet game for him compared to how he showed up in previous games. But just like all the rest of the Rangers players, professional in their job, mate. Got the result they needed, and that's what we came away with, the 3 points.
Aye, that's the bottom line, Fox, you're right. JFK, put it to bed, move on. You take a Bridgman the next 2 games, wouldn't you?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we all laugh at when Bridgman says, 1-0, but sitting here, we've all said ourselves, next 2 games is 1-0 will do me. As I said a couple of weeks ago, and we come out of this, at the end of this, and top of the league, group stages in Europa, that's our goal, isn't it? That's what we want to be. So 2 to go, 1-0 Bridge. You keep it up, pal. You're getting them all right now. So 1-0 on Thursday takes us into the group, and then 1-0 on the Sunday takes us top of the league. That's all we need to do. So let's do it. 8 after that's a bonus. So yeah, we'll see what happens on Thursday. 1-0 will do me.
Here, pal. Here. Do me just fine, as you know. Just fine.
I don't want to get any rights and wrongs yet, but we're only talking about his play. I'll go to Smurf for this first, and then Albert. Ryan Jack, I believe, is going to be rewarded with a Scotland call-up. So his play's merited it since the start of the season, Smurf.
Absolutely, but it's quite disappointing for us. We want to keep our best players fresh, and I don't really think it helps us going forward. But he absolutely merits it. I think he's the top midfielder in the country right now.
Albert?
I'm not happy he's going there, to be honest with you, know what I mean? But that's where it is. The boy wants to play for Scotland, and I suppose he does merit it, know what I mean? But me personally, I wouldn't have him going there. I'd say no. I would. But you can't. You've just got to allow the boy to do what he wants to do, and Scotland is his country. Britain's my country, but Scotland's his country, so why you're in, mate? There's not a British team. There's a British team, I'd say, get in the British team, aye.
He's playing well. It's recognition. JFK, I know your views on the national team, but what I'm saying is, just in a purely football form-wise, you can see why he's been called up, huh?
Yeah, I can see why he's been called up. Obviously, you know what my feelings on the Tartan Crannies.
I don't want to go there.
No, but I'm not talking about. But what I'm more concerned about internationally is the other players who we know. I mean, we've got players going to Nigeria, Canada. We don't know what's going to happen. But if Fred's going to get called up with his bit of form he's got to now, with his goals he was scoring there. If he's going to be picked for Colombia, the Ryan Jack thing will take care of itself. But I mean, that's at home. But I'm a wee bit more concerned about the players that are having to go further afield. As we know, Aribo's been picked for Nigeria, things like that. So I hate internationals as per se. That's it. I
don't like the international break personally, mate. I don't like.
No, I don't watch international football. Nothing to do with the Tartan Franny situation, but I hate to see. And I know it's a good accolade for the players and that, but I hate to see my team's players going away because I don't want to get injured, and I've always been like that. But I don't know, maybe the stats man will maybe tell us how many players we could actually have out in the international break.
Well, let's go through it then. I mean, we'll take the 11 who started yesterday. Obviously, Tav and hasn't get near the England squad. McGregor's retired for international football. Helander will be, Barisic will be, Golston won't. Brian Jack will be, Aribo will be, Kamara will be, Jordan Jones will be, Arfield will be, and Defoe will be. For the substitutes, King will be, Stephen Davis will be, and Morelos will be. So I think that's about 10 internationals.
A team, aye.
13, yeah.
Aye.
Can I come in on the Ryan Jack one?
Yep.
I just want to say, I'm a huge fan of Ryan Jack. I was ever so pleased when he decided to come to us. But the treatment that boy got for the SFA and the Scottish fans is nothing short of disgraceful. He was the Aberdeen captain, and he was a fantastic player for Aberdeen, and he was a first pick for the Scotland team. And when he joined Rangers, they dropped him like a hot stone. He just dropped him, and now he's starting to try and make it in. I think one of our players, it might have been him. He got picked for one of the Scottish and represented them, and he get booed. And I don't want to hear any player get booed because they're playing for the Rangers. So as far as I'm concerned, if I was him, and I would advise him strongly that he has a strong word with whomever it is that wants him to play, and if he hears one boo, he walks off the park and never goes back to them again. I wouldn't go. If I was him, I wouldn't go. But most assuredly, if they're going to boo him, get it over and done with and walk away. That's what I wanted to say.
We're only talking about his forum. We're not talking about the politics about the national team because that's a whole show on its own, Smurf.
Aye, well, is it no? No, it's. I'd rather he wasn't going as well, and but he's got ambitions. He's off. He's going to go and play. Hopefully, I don't even know if he'll get a game. I mean, it might just be he's in the squad. Hopefully, he doesn't actually play any minutes. But as you say, it's another debate in itself, isn't it?
Aye. Well, for me, I wish him all the best. Same as I wish all the players all the best, and hopefully they come back fit and well, Fox. All of them, including Ryan.
Well, I think it's a sign that how well we're progressing and the quality of the players we've got. The more that get called up internationally, the more recognition they get. So I'm quite pleased with it.
I think nowadays, Fox, I agree with you at a certain point, but I think nowadays that the amount of football that the players play, and that's why I would rather. I mean, I know in the 60s, 70s, I mean, there wasn't that many internationals. Okay, when the teams qualified for the World Cups and Euro Championships, but I mean, the internationals are coming in quite quick all the time now. So for me, it's a no-no. But I wish him all the best for if he gets into the squad. But I'm not hoping for him to play. I'm hoping he just wabs his backside on the bench. I don't want any Rangers player playing internationally if there's a chance to get injured, because I want our team to boost their chances of winning the league. So internationals don't mean anything to me. I don't pay any money towards internationals, so it's nothing for me. But I can understand what you're saying, Fox. The more internationals we get, it shows you how well Rangers are doing. But for me, there's far too many now.
International football for me, this breaking up the league programme, again, it's a whole different show. I just think it ruins the league season.
Yeah.
A 2-week break, I just don't get it personally, but there you go, it's only my opinion. But we'll see what Brian Jack, if it's true, but it looks as if he's been called into the squad. So, Sunday's gone. We're building up to Thursday. Bridgeman, what's the bigger game this week?
For me, first one. Thursday night's the biggest game in the world. Biggest game in the world. Because it's the first one. Apart from anything else. We know it's a European game, so it's huge, massive. But it's the most important game for the Rangers. And that's it for me. A lot of folk would prefer, and they can't get past Thursday. If we go on Thursday and we win, that'll build us up plenty of confidence to go in and play against them the next game on Sunday. And we'll build it up for there. But if we don't win, you know what I mean? If we get knocked out, it might knock us down for Sunday. So as far as I'm concerned, I want Thursday to be a huge game. It is a big game. Huge night for us. I know the Rangers fans will be wanting to win that game for sure, as always. And that's the first one we want to go for. So it's the most important for me.
All right. Albert?
Well, here we go. I'm a bit mixed, to be honest with you. I know Thursday's for a bit of revenue for the club, but there's also a backdrop to that as well, know what I mean? So I'm saying to myself, if we stay in the UEFA Cup, it leaves us open to what that UEFA want to do is. But we need the revenue. Then you look at the league and you go, well, I want to win the league. I definitely want to win. Before anything, I want to win the league. So I don't think you can actually pick and choose. So I'm a bit of a dilemma, to be honest. I've not got an answer, to be honest with you, but I just don't want us to get banned, you know what I mean? I don't want us to be left wide open. And that's got nothing to do with football. And I'm sitting there going like that. What am I saying this for? Because it's got nothing to do with football. But we've got to be realistic here, by the way. So on one hand we could get the revenue, and the other hand we could get kicked out, which opens a whole new gambit of sanctions against us. Sorry, guys, but I didn't mean to bring it that way, but that's the way I think.
Yeah, just on a pure football. Darren, how are you seeing it? EFK?
Both are important, obviously, but I want to win the game on Thursday. I'm the same as Bridgeman. I want that win to take us into the Puddle Drinkers game with confidence. A winning team is a happy team. They'll go forward as a group, being able to play together well and win well. So we win well on Thursday, then that means that there's no heads down. Everybody's up. Everybody's fighting for a place to play against the Puddle Drinkers. So first and foremost, Thursday night's the most important game as we stand.
Hey James, can you come mate?
I was just going to say, I do agree with JFK. Right, a winning team always is good, because say we lose that game and we lose on Sunday, it doesn't go well. We've always got to try and win again. And the players we need to watch out for, as I said, is Gavilia. He's very intelligent, him, by the way, not the strongest player. And the guys, I like Laquinius, the Brazilian. He nearly got through the last time, and the other guy, Vesovic, the Montenegrin. But I think we will have a good chance if we really get the right attitude. But go for the 2 wins. I think go for the 2 wins. I think that's important.
Fox?
I think Thursday's the most important, because it earns us, if we can get through that, it'll be a big bonus to the club cash-wise. The second game isn't going to make or break our attempt to win the league. We can recover for the second game, but can you recover if we go in the cup, mate?
Good point, well made. Smurf?
I think, obviously, you play for Rangers, you want to win every single game you play. And so the next game's always the most important game for us. However, I do see the value in us not being in Europe for the point of view of Celtic progress. Obviously not financially, but certainly, not playing Thursday, Sunday, you're playing on a Saturday, and if you can keep your noses in front, they're always chasing. I think there'd be value in that. But obviously, the next game's the most important, and obviously we want to win.
Yeah. Evening caller, how we doing? Evening caller, how we doing? Oh, he's gone. It may be one of the weeks, Bridgeman.
Yeah.
It could be, pal. It could be.
Just watch out for the snipers, guys.
Yes.
Keep eyes open, ears to the ground.
Nobody raised to the bait, eh?
No, just let the snipers, just let them shoot your tin helmet. That's all you need to do. That'll bounce right off it.
Love it. I think that, that really and truly, for Rangers, the way I see Rangers anyway, and I'm sure I'm not a million miles away from all of your thoughts, we can only play one game at a time. That's all we can do. The manager and his team may have to look further forward than one game. And I know we sometimes like to look, particularly if it's, as Jimmy calls them, the puddle rinkers, if we're coming up against them soon, which we are. Personally speaking, I only like to go one game at a time. That's my only big weakness I've got, probably.
Lena Martell football, Albert.
That's it, pal. That's it.
Stop it. Did you say I missed that?
That's Lena Martell football, Bridges go.
Oh, aye. One day at a time. Or 1 inch at a time, she sang, wasn't it?
That's just went right down the gutter, do.
Albert's a shocker, isn't he?
I'm only quoting. I'm only quoting.
Absolute shocker, by the way. I have to tell you, absolute shocker.
Aye, so I suppose Thursday is the game. We need to win Thursday. That's it. Just outscore them. That's what I keep saying. Just outscore them. Forget about losing goals and all this cautious football nonsense. Just outscore them. That'll do me fine.
Good point, by the way. Really good point.
But we've got 2 games at home, James. Win your home games. That's what you're always trying to do. Could we ask for more?
I didn't catch that last point. Win your 2 home games, was it? Yeah. I think JFK, is that JFK that was on the... Yeah, I think he's spot on. I agree with a lot of things he said, actually. Like, you just said score a team. They score 1, we score 1, and then another one. But I think we can't leave it to the last minute. I think we've got to try and dominate them at the start. I wouldn't leave it, try and defend. I think they'll be defensive. They'll hit us on the break, and we've just got to make sure we get 1 or 2 goals. But we've got to make sure there's no clues. We don't lose any goals, silly goals, because you know what the European football's like. That's the thing, because 1 each is no use to us. We've got to win the game clearly and not take any chances.
If you're looking to progress, folks, you've got to win your home games.
Well, that's what they normally say. I'm quite confident against Leeds here. I think they'll try and get a go. I think they'll be the opposite. They'll come out and try and score and have something to hang on to tempt us right out. And I think we'll beat them 2-0, mate. Quite confident that I don't think they'll score at Ibrox.
I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right. That'll do me.
Sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds well said, Foxy. Well said. I have to say I do fancy them. I fancy us to win. And I fancy us to win 1-0. That'll do me.
There's a surprise. JFK Bridge fancies us to win 1-0.
No, you know the thing about only leading a team in Europe only 1-0 when it's the second tie is that there's a chance you get put out in it, because it's any draw, obviously, apart from a 0-0 draw puts us out. So I'm the same as Fox. I'm going for 2-0. I think we're more than capable of. But the way we're playing, take out the equation yesterday's game. That was nothing to do with the way Rangers played. We just couldn't break them down, as we all know. So, but I'm like James. I think they'll come out and they'll have a go at us. And Thursday, I don't think they'll sit back in. I think they'll come out, and that to me is your chance, because we've all said it here before, we've seen it. When a team comes out against us, we can eat them up. So that's what we've got today, and it needs to pick the right personnel, obviously. But I'm confident a 2-0 win Oxford I would go for.
Well, I'm really pleased. The positivity. Smurf, what's your thinking, mate?
I think it'll be a tight game. It's just not really an ideal scenario, you know. They get an away goal, you're right up against it, and they're obviously hard to break down. So, ideally, hopefully, we get an early goal, and that sets the tone. Maybe 2-0. I'll go for 2-0. I don't think it'll be any more than that.
Well, I'd take that, mate. I'd take that. So we're moving on, and obviously we just have to mention the support yesterday, which was excellent, Bridgeman.
Their support are fantastic. You have to say it. Give them all the credit it's going. I think they're just wonderful. I haven't heard of any issues with the support yesterday. So to me, they sounded great, and I'm delighted for them as well. I'm delighted with them. Brilliant performance. Well done.
JFK.
I'm still here, mate. I couldn't hear you there.
The support yesterday?
I support. I can hear you now. Know what happened there? I wasn't on mute either. Our support yesterday was fantastic. You know, sang their usual good Rangers songs. And they behaved themselves. And they, when Barisic scored, I'm shouting at the telly at the guys behind the goal. Don't run on. A couple just stood at the edge of the thing with the hoardings and that, but I was glad that they just did. Wasn't the 100 or so on? They sang their songs well, sang a lot of the songs that are all traditional songs and that, so that bodes well for the future. Looks like although you know my feeling on it, we're not going to get into that, obviously, that I still think we should be able to sing our songs, but if they're telling us we can't sing them, then we can't sing them. So you've got to adhere to that, and we need to go with whatever instruction they give us. I'll still never take our tradition away, so let's keep it for the Orange Halls, the house, the bus, or whatever, and let's go and cheer the Rangers on to 55. So
I think the vast majority of the fans were excellent behaved yesterday. I don't know about Tracy, but that's another story, man formation.
Well, it wasn't far from Tracy's house. I heard there was a bit of a party after the game. Did you hear about the dancing in the ceiling? Something happened to her ceiling.
No, it did not, mate.
I think her ceiling, she's getting a plaster or something, but she'll maybe come on and tell you, but I don't know. Lionel Richie tune was playing and they were dancing, things like that, but I don't know.
How do you know this, Jimmy? Were you there?
Yeah. I'm not telling you how that's a secret. That's a secret between me and Tracy.
I'll tell you. I didn't think there was any secrets like that, but there you go.
Sometimes you've got to keep a secret, you know.
Well said, pal. Well said.
all I'm saying is I hope Tracy's feeling better.
Yes, so do I. Yeah.
I don't know, as I say, I don't know how the fans behaved, if there was any misbehaving. None of the boys in the lobby have said anything, so I'm assuming I never even read anything on follow. So I'm assuming that everything went okay, and I'm delighted because there's been no reports that I've heard anyway. I'm absolutely delighted. That gets one step away. Now we need to get past Thursday night. We don't want to be wrecking out our war cries in front of UEFA officials again. So let's get past Thursday, and that hopefully puts all that to bed. Let's hope so anyway.
Yeah.
Aye, so we move on. I think we were all hoping for 9 points out of 9, Fox, with the way the fixtures had come up, and moving on to our 4th league game after Thursday. So Well, where we thought we should be, yeah.
I will. 3 out of 3, you can't do much better than that, can you? Still early in the season. We've started well. Let's just maintain it, Ox. I thought there might have been a wee bit of a wee dip in form for the game on Thursday night. Put a lot of effort into that game, but they didn't. They came out and professionally won it. I didn't think they ran themselves into the ground against St Mirren either. They played the game at their pace, so I think it was a good wee warm-up for us coming into this next game on Thursday.
Yeah, can't disagree with that. I think it's eminently sensible. So we've got a whole squad to pick. Sorry, Oxy, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you carry on, mate. Carry on.
I was just going to say we've came through. Everything's all good. I don't think there was any injuries yesterday. Maybe a couple of wee knocks here and there because, well, they had big giants playing at the back there, didn't they? Big fellas, you know. They knock and it's pretty sore. So hopefully there's no any injuries, and he's got a whole squad to pick from for Thursday night, and not just Thursday but Sunday as well. So he's got to watch out because that's a very, very quick turnaround. Thursday to Sunday, very quick turnaround for top-notch teams. You know, top-notch. In fact, what is it? It's like Friday, Saturday, and half a Sunday. Because it's going to be late night on Thursday anyway by the time you finish. Oh my goodness gracious.
Well, we're still not going to travelling this year, Bridge.
That's correct.
You know,
mind you, one of the teams have, haven't they?
I don't know who you're talking about. Just hope AAK get an early goal.
That'd be wonderful. Imagine that happened. Imagine if that happened, something like that happened.
Oh, Bear, you expected 9 points out of 9, didn't you?
Absolutely, mate. I expect 12 points out of 12, to be honest with you, mate. This is what easy game coming up. Those were 3 hard league games we've just done there. This is what easy league game coming up as far as I'm concerned. So 3-1 on Thursday. That's my prediction for Thursday, and we'll slaughter them on Sunday. Because they think they're the bee's knees again. They think they're this, that, and the next thing. But we all know. So we'll just go out there on Sunday, slaughter them, get through on Thursday night with a 3-1 victory. They bother. And then it's on to is it the international break after that?
It sure is.
Oh, good. Something to look forward to, innit? 2 weeks of sheer boredom.
Well, we've got the Bulls in between. Rangers.
That's
Scotland.
True.
We can follow Scotland.
She's bought me needles and a ball of wool, so I'm going to get into that.
Love it.
Bridgeman's your man, Stitch one.
There's a Pearl one, wasn't it?
Aye.
Pearl one plain. Well, I can't remember. 1 plain, 2 Pearl, something like that. Knit 1, 2.
So I'm going to. I say still knit a bird. I'm going to knit a bird.
Knit a bird.
You'll get some memory, boy.
Did you say knit or nip?
Nip. No, nip.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said nip as well.
I probably did.
Boy,
you know what I mean?
What a man.
Aye, so I am confident. I'm pretty confident. I don't think the league game on Sunday is going to be anywhere near as torturous as the Kilmarnock game and the St Mirren game. I mean, anti-football, it doesn't come into it. So I'm quite happy. 9 points out of 3 games. 12 points out of 4 games. Excellent.
It's all about getting points on the board now. Smurf?
Sunday's game, that'll just take care of itself, and it's just hopefully we don't lose players to injury and such like Thursday. You know, you want to be at the top of your game for that, and it'll set, as I've said many times before, I think it will set the tone for the season. Early on in the season as well, if we can keep our noses in front, run down to Christmas. I think it's not so much the Mankey mob crumbling. I think Lennon will crumble. So I don't think he's mentally strong enough.
I hope when he crumbles, he's his own house. He doesn't blame the Rangers for it.
Aye. Teeth crumbling.
I hope we cubbed him when he does blame the Rangers for it. There you go.
I certainly hope we gub him, that is for sure.
I blame us for everything else anyway, so why not?
Yeah.
Well, him and Griffiths will be sharing the same dribble tray anyway, you know what I mean?
Dribble tray.
He's
shocking, by the way.
He's talking up his team, but no, they are shocking. They won by 2 own goals yesterday. No, they're absolute garbage. So.
Oh, come on, JFK! Did that new guy not get the hat trick or something like that? 2 goals. And, so they gave him man of the match for scoring 2 goals.
Christian Benner get man of the match, didn't he, JFK?
Really good. You must have been watching it the same as me, Bridgeman, last night. There's no way that he scored. Anyway, I don't want to talk about him. I'll end up sticking a knitting needle through my ears or something.
Go into Albert's. He's got a couple of spare needles.
Aye. I don't know what to do with him, but she's got to give me instructions on that yet. But I'll have a go at it.
Good question for you guys.
You better watch. Does he give you instructions where to shove them, mate?
Well, she's done that a few times. After Jimmy told me about the soldiers the other night there, I'd say to her, do you want an autograph? And I spent a night in A&E and get my pen extracted from one of my orifices.
Can I just ask you guys a question? We know Thursday's huge and it's a European night. Do we know if our club get told, for instance, if fair are in attendance? If that mob fair?
Yeah, I think you've just got to assume they are, mate, and and that makes sense to me, and then we just put it to bed then.
You don't know the radar.
Aye,
you always know they're there anyway, Bridge. You can see them. They've got these big, long leather coats on and these soft hats. You know what I mean? I think the other name for them is Gestapo. You always know they're there. You can see them.
Either that, they're sitting in the press box.
Aye.
But we have to assume they're there, and we just have to be sensible. Don't want to support and don't want to deny, because I've seen the debate. The young boys have been getting some of the blame, and as we've said rightly, we've all done it, so we've all got to take the blame, and we move on. And I'll use the term staunch, and I'll use that term, but JFK, we just move on.
I just move on. I mean, old school as I am, I think I should be allowed to sing the song, but there's a bigger picture here, and they're going to make an example of one club, and that's the Rangers. So let's move on. I was quite vociferous about it a few weeks ago, and how can I sing my songs in the Orange Halls on a Saturday and go to the Fitbit on a Sunday? Nobody allowed to sing. I've got to take that on board and say that I don't want my club to be banned, because I want to be there to see my club. Let's move on. It's a pity, the Union Bears is kind of getting a bit of and then the long knives are out for them. There'll be people in there singing for the Union Bears the same as there'll be people singing in the Copeland, the Broomloan, the club deck enclosure, so it's not just that one section.
Jimmy, can I just say, I'm not being funny. I'm only going by what I've heard on the news. There was 3 major incidents the last 2 weeks. That mob across the city, when that Clues beat them, they were throwing bottles when Clues were up celebrating. The Celtic fans were throwing bottles at them. Right? When our winger was going to take a corner kick, they were throwing lighters at him over in Liège, in Liège, Warsaw, sorry. And apparently, when the Swedes were there last week at their midden, there was crowd disturbances.
Yeah.
And something out of those 3, I haven't even heard one single word about it.
I know we don't want to drag on about it, because it's good to talk about the football, but I mean, I'm not into this whataboutery. UEFA.
No, I'm talking about UEFA here. I'm talking about UEFA.
No, it doesn't matter. Aye. Well, what if UEFA are slow in acting, So look, they've dealt us a massive blow here, and everybody's jumped in the bandwagon. If we stop doing the songs and others are still going to do them for other clubs, then we can hold our head up high and say, well, what about them then? So,
Yes.
no, we just need to, as I say, I don't agree with it, but my club's asked me not to do it, and we'll not do it. And the next 2 games is going to be really, really hard for a lot of people, especially the game on Sunday against the Puddle Drinkers, because the emotion of that particular game gets to us all. We all know that. It's either brought us to extreme joy or extreme despair. But in amongst all that, there's the emotion of who you are and where you come from. I know all fans aren't like that. But myself, the passion that's in me about Rangers and my religion sometimes overtakes me. I, as me, will need to control that and hope that others round about me control it the same way, because if the SPFL get their claws into us, believe you me, guys, they're going to ban us somewhere down the road and maybe cost us a chat. How would we all feel at the end of the season? 4 games to go, the SPFL decide that Rangers are 3 points ahead of the Puddle Drinkers and we're going to take 4 off them.
Can I just come in there? I was just quick, and what you said was spot on, was the whole, no sort of stooping to the level and, one-upmanship and, what about them and all that. You've got to sort of get your own house in order, keep your, cross your T's, dot your I's, and because the knives are out for us. But UEFA, see, forgetting Michael Stewart and the all the press and all that, and the sort of domestic scene. See, if UEFA have got such a sort of
high moral compass,
bugbear around social responsibility.
Oh, I like where this is going. Carry on.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it because I sound like one of them.
I'll say it for you.
But you know what I'm saying?
Follow the money.
It's not right, is it?
No. It's not the biggest scandal in Scottish football. And Holycon, is it Holycon? Is that mob? The PR firm?
That's them, yeah.
We know what you're up to. The headlines in the papers yesterday. God, did I laugh. Anyway.
Can I come in there for a second?
Yes, James, great to get a view from the other side of the pond.
Right. In the USA, a long time ago, the companies put up the meat prices and people stopped buying it. And that's what you do with certain organisation that doesn't play fair with us. Like, we don't need to listen to the programs or listen to them and so forth. And I think that we kind of keep our house in order. It'll be good. We'll make more money. We'll not get into trouble. Not get into politics or anything because I just don't do it. It doesn't work. You end up with arguments. But we'll make more money. We'll not get into trouble. And the team will be successful. And that means it'll be sweeter when we win 55. We'll be so happy. And that's the outcome. Just another couple of points. Coops, for instance, Coops actually, Liga Warsaw were rubbish against Coops. If you watch that video, I've said that before, if you watch it on YouTube, Coops actually should have scored 3 or 4 goals against them. And I think it'll be 3-1 to Rangers against Liga Warsaw, and I think we'll win 3-0 against the team across the city because the defenders, they got a new goalkeeper back, Foster, Bolingoli's not getting good reports, or Julian, they're all weaknesses. So I'm going to let you go on with it, but I'll speak to you soon, probably after Liga Warsaw. Take care, everyone.
Cheers, James. Thanks for calling, mate. Speak to you soon, mate.
Thank you. Bye now. Bye. Thanks. Bye.
Oh, I hope he's right with the results. But I think if UEFA's got this moral compass, I think the crimes of other teams,
of course,
could be, or the punishment of other teams could be really, really interesting.
But Rangers fans out there are good. There's the breaking news. UEFA banned the Peaky Blinders from Ibrox for signing the Billy Boys on tonight's episode.
Needless to say, we'll get a bloom in that. Anyway, on you go, Smurf. On you go, mate.
Does anybody get any sort of intelligence on whether, you know, the stuff that's reported in the media in terms of signings, if there's any truth in it, or is
a lot of clickbait at the moment, mate?
There is
a lot of clickbait. Talking about intelligence and people who have got their nose to the ground. We haven't got one of the callers joining us, but we'll get Magpie instead. Evening, Magpie.
The Peaky Blinders. How you doing, lads?
All right,
Magpie.
Sorry, it's late. I've just come on because basically, look, here's the thing, right, lads, about this whole thing about Rangers and Fair have been our last. How many matches have they been to? I don't know if they've been to any of theirs. If you look at, I don't know, you guys have got the same input as I have. I mean, you just go on that and you can see everything you need to know about Fair and who they support. And this is there's an agenda against our club for the BBC right through. And I put it on there, and I don't want to be having a go at the board all the time. But the problem is, for whatever reason, since this 5-way agreement or whatever it was, Rangers have been very, very quiet about everything, and they take it. And I think that's the sad thing about it. The truth of the matter, I'm not going to condone anything. Like, I'm not going to turn around and say, we shouldn't sing these add-ons, they're fine. But all over Europe, there are songs being sung that's going to offend somebody. The Hun word offends me. But that doesn't matter because that's okay. That's acceptable. You know what I mean? But what I'm trying to say, mate, if UEFA can have European championships in countries like Russia, and they can have where there's racism right through every football match, sung by their fans, and all over Eastern Europe, how the hell can they play the moral high ground about how can Fenian be a race? How can that be racist for a start? And this is the thing, nothing's been explained about this. Where was the racism? I never heard a racist chant. But yet there can be banners every single week at that park. There can be effigies hung where there's stewards watching them. Hung, nothing's said. As I said, the Orange Order should have jumped on that straight away. And this is the problem. We've sat back, and we've sat back, and we've sat back, and we've allowed it to happen. But in a no-win situation, Ox, mate, and it's sad to say, that's how it is. We are targeted now. You better believe it. I can go back as far as when a Celtic fan ran onto the park against that Israeli team to put a protest on. He chained himself to the post and he had a Pope T-shirt on. Right? And basically, not one Rangers fan ran on to challenge that man, but Rangers get fined for it. And this is what we've been up against. Do you know what I mean?
And we get fined. We get fined no for that. We get fined for no control on the crowd, didn't we?
How can you control? How can you control the crowd? Everybody can get on the park. I mean, you saw that cup final, the exuberance. The man who said that ridiculous man who said the exuberance is now the SFA president.
Did you see that? Did you see that today? The boy who ran past and tried to have a slide dig at Wallace was up in court again today.
Oh, I know. And listen, see, mate, I follow Twitter, right? I follow Twitter. I don't follow people on Twitter, but I read it quite a bit here. And the one, Jane Park, the youngest Lotto winner, you've just seen the language of that, Ian. Had that been a Rangers...
We've no lost Magpie. I think he's dropped out. Something with Twitter. I'm sure he'll be back in a few seconds, mate. Something his end. Hope he's all right. Magpie, I agree with a lot of his sentiments, but I think the problem is, Fox, we just need to be smart.
First test for us coming up on Thursday, and I think the crowd will behave, mate. I think they know what's at stake, and I think we'll abide by the rules that's been set for us. That's Magpie back in now, mate.
Sorry, cheers, Magpie. I
know your page you go.
No, anyway, what I was trying to say, that Jane Park, I mean, the youngest Lotto winner, you should have seen the language on her Facebook, and it was sectarian. See, if I was a Rangers fan had won it, that would have been all over the papers, mate. This is what we're up against. I've listened for years for Aberdeen's fans singing about Ibrox disaster, about Ian Durrant being injured. I've sat and listened to them sing it. They've got singing songs about Princess Di dying in a car crash in a tunnel, and but that always goes unreported. There's one team being targeted, and we have to be very, very careful. You know what I mean?
But can you go back? I'm going to play devil's advocate here. Is this the problem with this media war we're in, Albert?
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. They're getting all the fuel they want, and they're just going to hammer it home every opportunity they get. Unless we get this resolved one way or the other, we either take them on completely, or we sit around the table and negotiate a truce with them. Because there's not going to be any winners out of this as far as we're concerned, because we're on the losing side all the time, and it can't continue, because eventually it's going to really damage the club, and that's what a lot of people are after. All the Rangers haters, that's what they don't care about. Moral grounds and offences, everything's these kid-on offences. That I'm offended by this, I'm offended by that. They don't care any of that. They don't care about sectarianism and bigotry and all this. They don't care about any of that. They just want to hurt one club, and they're determined to hurt Rangers, and that's what it's about. Why do you think that the Scottish Government are sitting there in their clandestine meetings over in the Holyrood, sitting in there trying to come up with legislation that only affects one club? That's why Libels and UEFA now. They know the candidate in Scotland, so he's doing it through UEFA now. We'll get them banned that way. It's sickening. All I keep arguing about is the song shouldn't be sung. I'm not arguing about that. The song shouldn't be sung. But we've got a right to reply. We've got a right to defend ourselves. This is what annoys me. And we just seem to accept that two clowns will sit up in the stands and say, "Oh, I heard the song." What song? They don't tell you when they were there, what songs they're talking about, what words offended anybody. They tell you nothing. They just tell you, "Oh, that's offensive."
My understanding was there was videos shown to the club, mate, when they got the charge. That's my understanding.
Who's showing videos? Why is Rangers no monitoring Marine Crowd? I mean, we should be monitoring Marine Crowd to go, right, we don't hear it. That's our videos. I mean, I don't accept this. I don't accept that willy-nilly we should just lie down and let this happen. Because at the end of the day, we shouldn't sing the songs. I'm not defending the songs any shape, form, or size.
Your argument's different for that. Your argument's about the moral or the process.
The fairness of it.
Aye. And you come, Smurf.
I think there's a wider issue. There's, Glasgow City Council, there's the SFA, there's people out there that want to murder our club. That's it. They don't want to harm it. They don't want to injure it. They don't want to smother it or push it down or dominate it. They want to kill it.
Last word of the evening to Magpie, then we'll go to Bridge. Magpie.
Well, I'm sorry for coming on so late and changing the topic, folks, but it's just I came in. It's what I believe, and it's good to hear a lot of the guys feel the same way. I don't think any of us on here are going to have the wool pulled over our eyes. I really don't know what's going to happen. My worry about the board just now is we've taken Ashley on, and I don't think we're going to win. And it's going to cost the club a lot of money. I'm worried about the talk that's coming out of Gerrard that we might be having to sell players when we're going for a league championship. And this is what we want to concentrate. We want to concentrate on football, but as soon as Rangers are showing signs of improving, isn't it ironic that all this stuff comes out in a time when stuff should be getting written about them that's more serious? And that's what worries me. There have been more serious things done at that ground, more serious bans for UEFA, and it never gets mentioned. And it's all about Rangers getting a stand close for a couple of words. Well, I bet you any money, any Eastern European country in the world in a European match, there'll be songs being sung.
All right.
But, I'm sorry for changing the task, mate, but you know how passionate I'm about these things.
Yeah, you're always welcome on here, mate. Bridgeman.
Bridge just dropped out, mate.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm.
All right, okay. Well, to all the Rangers fans all over the world, particularly on this wee Rangers show, keep it going. Keep it going for the Rangers, because the Rangers need us. Can I just thank everybody who's took time to join us here on the panel this evening? All the boys who made the calls, great calls. Magpie, James from Tennessee, and of course Albert and everybody else that called in, brilliant calls. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 11, talking about all things Rangers. Take it away, Foxy Boy.
myself for some years, and my eyes filled up with tears when the Rangers came to Wolverhampton town. So I took a trip along just to hear some famous songs when the Rangers came to Wolverhampton town. I stood there all alone while the boys all down from home sang of Rangers, that team of great renown. And a sight I'd never seen when they sang God Save the Queen, when the Rangers came to Wolverhampton town. There's not a team like the Glasgow Rangers, one of the famous songs they sung, and a sight I'd never seen when they sang God Save the Queen, when the Rangers came to Wolverhampton town. Now on the field below, the boys put on a show, the likes they'd never seen at Molyneux. And it's football, it was grand, from Macmillan, Scott and Brand, when the Rangers came to Wolverhampton town. There's not a team like the Glasgow Rangers, one of the famous songs they sung, and a sight I'd never seen when they sang God Save the Queen, when the Rangers came to Wolverhampton town. Now the league flag must come nearer with men like Bobby Shearer, the way he played at Wolverhampton town. And the world forever after would sing of Jimmy Baxter, for on his head they placed that noble crown. There's not a team like the Glasgow Rangers, one of the famous songs they sung, and a sight I'd never seen when they sang God Save the Queen, when the Rangers came to Wolverhampton town. Now I knew it had to happen, I heard a mighty roar, the famous Glasgow Rangers they had scored. And the sky was white and blue, Wolverhampton shook right through, the loyal rampant Rangers had come through. There's not a team like the Glasgow Rangers, one of the famous songs they sung, and a sight I'd never seen when they sang God Save the Queen, when the Rangers came to Wolverhampton town. When the Rangers came to Wolverhampton town.